From Kensington Market, this is Toronto Television, City TV, everywhere.
I know, I want to see if I want to see if it go over, isn't it, to show you. How did I get into this?
It's the year's best music videos. It's live performances by Hall & Oates, Sting, Simple Minds, and Pat Benatar.
We're gonna scream until we're satisfied.
And it's all hosted by Eddie Murphy, with special appearances by Tina Turner, Phil Collins, and Huey Lewis, the second annual MTV Video Awards on City, 7:30 Monday. Waiting for his master at the corner of Queen and Silver Birch. This is Toronto Television, City TV, everywhere.
Against the wall.
Monday,
Now he's killed 2 other inmates. Guy's a loser.
a City premiere presentation.
I had a female represent me once. And what happened? That's how I got here.
A lawyer and her client get too close.
You gotta get me out of here before I kill somebody else.
Stephanie Zimbalist is on the run.
What do you think? I broke you out so we could hold up liquor stores?
Love on the Run, a City TV premiere presentation on Great Movies, 9 p.m. Monday. High above the Blue Jays, this is Toronto Television, City TV, everywhere. From the corner of Yonge and Queen, this is Toronto Television, City TV, everywhere. On Valley Parkway, this is City TV, everywhere.
Tonight, toasting a new leader.
Tonight, Mount Sinai closes its doors.
Tonight, record rainfall.
Now, the latest from the City Pulse News team. With Carolyn Joel and Greg Rich. This is the weekend edition of City Pulse Tonight.
Good evening. The victory party is well underway for Larry Grossman, who earlier tonight became the new leader of the Ontario Progressive Conservatives. Grossman won on the second ballot, beating out Dennis Timbrell by only 19 votes. Here's a look at how today's events unfolded.
The results of the first ballot. Grossman, 752. Pope, 271. Timbrell, 661.
As expected, Alan Pope was knocked off on the first ballot, paving the way for a neck-and-neck race between Larry Grossman and Dennis Timbrell. Going into the second ballot, their respective camps did a lot of arm twisting, each trying to convert those coveted Pope delegates. Pope himself, though, refused to back either remaining candidate.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the results of the second ballot. Grossman, 848. Timbrell, 829. We have a new leader. Order, please. I want you to know that, as I said throughout the campaign, that I will continue to support my leader. I am first and foremost a Tory. First and foremost a Tory. I shall be asking, of course, Dennis and Alan, at their convenience, to meet with me to begin the process of working together and winning together.
With analysis tonight of the Tory cliffhanger, political specialist Colin Vaughn.
Timbrel 829.
A cliffhanger. That's the way we called it, and that's the way it came out. And I'll bet the Timbrel organization can put names to the 11 delegates he needed to win, and not lose by a hair's breadth for the second time in a year.
And would it have made the difference if Alan Pope had walked across the floor to Dennis Timbrel after that first ballot? Who knows?
But for the Tories, the closeness of the vote spells trouble. Can they pull together when half the party voted against Big Blue Machine?
I want you to know that, as I said throughout the campaign, that I will continue to support my leader. I am first and foremost a Tory. First and foremost a Tory.
No doubt a moral victory for the 40-year-old Alan Pope, picking up just enough to deny Timbrel what might have been the 20 or 40 ballots he needed on the first ballot for a final surge. And when it was over, there was little doubt where Pope's heart was.
I'm also proud to have shared this leadership campaign with my colleague Dennis Timbrel, who went across this province and with eloquence and compassion and sensitivity talked about it's time to believe again.
And the winner, what can I say? I've always considered him one of the most progressive of progressive conservatives, a brilliant minister, a dogged administrator, and a tough, resourceful campaigner. And a break in Tory tradition. An inner city kid now leads this party. His first job? To try to pull the party together and united.
And I want to say to the Ontario Liberal Party that I have two colleagues, both of whom would make better premiers of Ontario than the current premier of Ontario.
And this guy will give the Liberals trouble. In the last election in May, the party brass around Peterson admitted they'd have had much more trouble with Grossman than they had with Miller.
Well, I said that Dennis Timbrel would win this, and I'm not going to be called a liar for 11 votes. It was that close. It was a very close convention. But I think the party has made a wise choice. I think Larry Grossman will make a good leader for this party. The question is, can he pull it together to face the Liberals in another election? That's going to be a tougher job for Larry Grossman. Now from the Convention Center and the Tory Leadership Convention, good night. Colin Vaughn, Tory Convention, City Pulse tonight.
Just ahead on City Pulse tonight, a children's book festival at the Ontario Royal Museum. Jim McKinney has highlights as the Leafs take on the Blackhawks, and Ontario high school students test their skills at a science Olympics. Doctors are working around the clock to isolate the virus that has closed Mount Sinai Hospital for the weekend. Michelle Gibson has details.
We'd like you to read this. There's been a flu going around the hospital. We're warning people not to visit if they don't have to.
There is a highly contagious flu-like illness going around the hospital. Until it's under control, they're recommending alternatives.
At the moment, well over 300 staff have acquired this illness, and approximately 40 patients.
The empty emergency area is now being used to test some of the 2,000 staff members who suspect they have the illness. Compiled results are being used to try to isolate the virus. Patients with the virus are being moved together in an effort to keep it from spreading. The flu-like illness is not deadly, but it's very uncomfortable.
I felt very dizzy and nauseous and started to get abdominal pains. Became very, very sick, incredible amount of vomiting and diarrhea.
We haven't specifically identified exactly what the microorganism is, although the provincial laboratory and Toronto General Laboratory, as well as our own, have been working all day and will continue to work until such time as we have identified exactly what microorganism is involved.
Until further notice, all outpatient appointments will be canceled, and all expectant mothers and emergency patients will be diverted to the Toronto General Hospital, the Hospital for Sick Children, or the Women's College Hospital. Michelle Gibson, City Pulse tonight.
A fire at 86 Walpole Avenue about 5:30 this evening has left one man dead. Toronto Fire responded with 3 units and quickly put out the second-floor blaze. A woman downstairs when the fire broke out escaped unharmed. Police not yet releasing the name of the deceased pending notification of next of kin. Damage is estimated at $2,500. Cause of the blaze still under investigation. Charges tonight in Metro's 52nd homicide of the year. 18-year-old Rodney Brown and a 17-year-old youth were arrested yesterday in connection with the death of a 54-year-old man. Robert Ashworth's body was found in his apartment at 245 Sherburne Street. An autopsy tonight reveals strangulation as the cause of death. The body was found during an investigation of the two suspects for possession of stolen property. Under the Young Offenders Act, the identity of the second accused cannot be released. Both suspects are charged tonight with second-degree murder. Still no identification of a body found yesterday in Puslinch Township near Guelph. The remains of an adult woman were discovered by workmen submerged in water in thick brush. The body is now at the Center of Forensic Science in Toronto for a post-mortem examination. Slick streets keeping police busy with accidents all over Metro. One of the most dramatic, a two-car smash-up at Leslie and Shepherd Avenue about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Police say the vehicles collided. One veered toward the sidewalk and 2 pedestrians. One pedestrian was pinned against a bridge wall. The other, a woman, was knocked over the bridge into the river. She was pulled to safety by 2 passers-by. Police are still investigating the cause of the original accident. Slippery road conditions have not been ruled out. Metro has set a record tonight for rainfall in November. This morning, our level stood at 146.8 millimeters, just drops away from the old record set back in 1966. All the showers, of course, mean flooding, so a reminder, keep children away from rivers, lakes, and streams. Now, to see if we'll get any relief from the soggy weather, let's go live to Queen Street and our weather specialist, Greg Rist.
Well, thanks, Carolyn, and I'm glad to say that things are going to start to clear up. Those record-breaking rains we've had, well, things are going to start to dwindle up. Let's go to a shot that was taken a little bit earlier on tonight, and we can go to our record book as far as the temperatures are concerned. No record-breaking there, though. The high today, only 7 degrees. Certainly nothing like the 16 degrees they had back in 1931. Tonight, we can expect the temperature to dip down to about 2, minus 14 back in 1933. Going now to Queen Street, let's see what the current conditions are. We are at that 7 degrees, which is our high for the day. The winds out of the south-southeast at 7 kilometers an hour, and the relative humidity, still a wet one, at 97%. Our Telenon graphics now for the forecast. Tonight, we only have about a 20% chance of precipitation, and things, as I say, should start to clear out. Tomorrow, only a 10% chance of precipitation, and as we go through the day, things are going to clear up more and more and more till we end up with some partly cloudy skies by the end of the day. As for the temperature, 9 degrees tomorrow. Monday, overcast and 10. Tuesday, partly cloudy and 12. However, Wednesday, the rain is coming back, 10 degrees, and on Thursday, rain once again. So for the Santa Claus parade tomorrow, looks like we're going to have a little bit cool weather, but no rain, thank goodness. That's it for the City Pulse forecast. Up next, what's ahead in entertainment?
Hi, I'm John Coburn. Coming up on entertainment, is it country or rockabilly?